I'm Chris Berman. Let's get straight to the action. In our first game this week, we had the Texans stroll away with a 14-point win. In an NFC South matchup, we had the Cowboys win their 9th game of the year. The Colts won this contest, but will stay at the first place in the AFC East. Mo Lewis had a stellar game, but all said and done, his performance wasn't enough to lift his team to a victory. Brown rushed for 2 touchdowns and helped his Browns beat the Broncos. On the frozen tundra of Lambeau Field in Green Bay, we had the Packers very confidently win by 16. Dolphins, Vikings. Eddie George
is at the 25-yard line, and boy, his line's been doing a good job for him today. And here they go again. Bounces outside, makes the move himself at the 25. Touchdown!
The Dolphins go on to win this by the final score of 24-23. Over at Gillette Stadium, we had the Patriots come away with a very compelling 28-point blowout. The Lions racked up over 150 rushing yards in their win at Ford Field. The Panthers won at home, but will take to the road next week to meet the Redskins. The Ravens won this contest, but will stay at the first place in the NFC East. In an AFC West matchup, we had the Raiders pick up their 8th win of the year. Giants, Bills. Number 1,
calling signals at the 9-yard line. Crowd into it now. Rolls right. And look at this toss across his body, but 3 defenders picture perfect 6.
The Bills go on to win this by the final score of 23-15. The Bengals win yet again this week and keep their impressive streak alive. Number 46 rushed for 2 touchdowns and helped his Chargers beat the Rams. And last but not least, we had the Falcons come away victorious. So let's change things up a bit and turn to a guy that's had his eye on the college game, and that's our own Mel Kiper Jr. He joins us now. Mel, your work never ends, I know. Believe me, I know better than anybody else. But it's never too early to start thinking about next year's draft, is it?
Never too early indeed. And now that, for the most part, the regular season in college football is behind us, we can really start looking back at the guys that have impressed me the most across college campuses this year. Hall is someone I think of right away when I think of the best prospects in college football. 6'6", 338, out of Kent State. And this is a guy that's very agile out there and has great leg drive. But what intrigues me is his versatility. I really feel he could play any position on the line, though he's without question best suited to play guard at the next level. Richardson is another guy that's starting to make some noise with a terrific senior season. He was a virtual unknown coming into this year, but people are starting to project him to have a solid NFL career. I'm starting to jump on the bandwagon as well. So that'll do it for now, but expect there to be plenty happening between now and April.
So another week in the books here on ESPN, but what do you say we hand out a few game balls before we go? Here's my primetime players. That'll do it, sports fans. I'm Chris Berman, and thanks so much for joining us here in the Bristol studios. We'll see you next week right here on ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports.